we present SynH2R, a novel framework to synthesize hand-object motions for human-to-robot handovers. Handover Sim introduced a simulated environment to evaluate human-to-robot handovers. They leveraged the DEX YCB dataset for simulating human handover motions. Christen et al. Leveraged this simulated environment to train handover policies that transfer to a real system. However, capturing human hand-object motions is expensive and requires a sophisticated setup. Hence, the amount of available human motions and objects is highly limited. Capturing more diverse data for training and testing is costly and does not scale well. In this paper, we introduce SynH2R, a novel framework and paradigm for training human-robot interactions. Instead of relying on expensive motion capture, we leverage generative AI to synthesize virtual humans for training robots. This helps us overcome the data limitation of motion capture and allows us to generate training and test data 100 times larger than previous works. We demonstrate that training vision-based human-to-robot handovers with synthetic humans successfully transfers to a real robotic system. Our method can learn to grasp a wide variety of objects with different shapes. Let's look at our framework in more detail. We first generate human handover motions that we can use for training the robot. To achieve this, we generate natural human grasp references for a wide variety of objects that are suitable for handovers. Using these grasp references, we learn a reinforcement learning-based policy to generate realistic handover motions. Compared to using grasp references from previous methods, we are able to synthesize motions that are friendly towards handovers. Using these synthetic motions, we now train a vision-based policy that teaches the robot to grasp objects from the human. After training, we use a large synthetic test set to evaluate our policies in simulation. We also transfer to a real system to evaluate how well the system works with real users. We first compare our method to baselines in simulation using real human motion data. We find that the GADDPG baseline often fails to solve the task. The other baseline performs well in this setting because it has seen the objects during training. Our method, which has not seen these objects during training, performs on par. We now present experiments on the synthetic test set that contains over 1,000 objects. GADDPG still struggles in this setting. Similarly, the handover sim to real baseline fails more often. Our method, on the other hand, performs significantly better. Here we present more examples of our method in simulation. On a real system, users were not able to distinguish between the model trained with synthetic human motions or real human motions. This is an important insight showing that training robots with artificially generated human motions transfers well to real human-robot interactions. Here are more examples of our method successfully handing over objects on the real system. Thanks for watching. Please see our paper for more details.